What's up, everybody? Nate here. I have a project on the Jurassic Jeep that we've been theorizing about, and we finally tried it out, but wanted to show it to you. We are putting an electric pump. So I guess for starters, this Jeep, full hydraulic steering. Does not have a gearbox. All it has is a hydraulic ram down there on the axle and two hoses that come up to this orbital valve. And that orbital valve normally receives pressure from the power steering pump. And yeah.
An orbital valve's a fully hydraulic steering box.
Right. So we want to change something up on the serpentine belt drive that is going to occupy that space right there where the power steering pump is. And it's actually a little bit bigger. I don't know.
Hair dryer?
The hair dryer, yeah, the mechanical hair dryer. So yeah, I was hoping we could just eliminate this power steering pump, but I think we're gonna have to move it. Anyway, what we were thinking was, if we put an electric power steering pump on it, that we might be able just to get rid of that pump altogether, and then that would give us power steering when the engine's not running, which unfortunately is quite often in a race car. Anyway, so we kind of just jerry-rigged this thing together. Let's see, so this is a electric power steering pump out of a 2013 Jeep Grand Cherokee. And there's a company, I'll have to ask Nate, they sell this little chingus. So that power steering pump is CAN bus controlled. So it's got, two CAN high and low wires there. And it normally is communicating with a module in the Jeep, depending on steering angle, how fast you're going, do you need power steering pump pressure or not? And then, because that pump is variable speed. So this little CAN bus controller and this little adapter here, I want to say we're less than a couple $100, but we've got it all. Let's see if I can hook this up one-handed. I don't know where. Put this wing nut on here. So I don't know if you can hear that. That pump just fired up. So we've kind of got it like half-assedly plumbed to our existing remote reservoir. So just like in the Jeep, this thing has a remote reservoir that mounts up higher in the engine compartment. That thing's down by the suspension. So this is kind of doing the same thing. We got this remote reservoir. This is, supplying fluid to the pump, and then this kind of has its own little small reservoir there. The pump does have a return line, so when the pump has fluid that it's not going to displace into the rack and pinion, it pushes that just back to the reservoir. And then this is the pressure line, so the pump's actually pushing fluid out of here and then returning it back to there. So, my existing system only had one return line because there's no return line off of that pump. But yeah, anyway, I've got this all hooked up now. You can see right there, we are circulating power steering fluid. So I don't know, for those of you that have tried to steer something with full hydraulic steering with the engine off, that's not how it steers. My concern with this setup is that going to be enough gallons per minute? Because when you're, hauling ass, freaking yanking the steering wheel back and forth, you need gallons per minute. This thing is adjustable, so you can kind of hear that. Like that's all the way up. You can kind of see Nate turning his fingers there. So what the test is, you turn that thing all the way up and pretend like you're, I'm going fast, I'm going really fast. I mean, it's kind of You can tell it could use a little bit more gallons per minute. But I mean, I think it would work.
Take a little load off of it because
when you're driving. Yeah.
So it's gonna want to naturally turn.
That's true. I do have a bunch of caster in this thing too. There's what, like 20 degrees caster in this thing, which is gonna, you know, add to the strength of the steering. I don't know what you want to call it. Try it now. Dude, I think this could work.
Did it get easier?
Yeah.
And if you think about it, you're going to be moving.
Right.
Because before you would have to rev it up to get it to steer like that, right?
I think so. Yeah. So we actually got this system to put on the rear steer of the Explorer because we're having problems with the hydraulics. We've got one pump on the Explorer, and it's a gear pump, moves a lot of fluid, but the problem we're having is when you're using the rear steer, it steals all the pressure from the front steering, and then vice versa. Like when you're using the front steering, I don't remember. Right? It's been a bunch of months since we've messed around with.
It surprises you when you let go of one and then you have way more of the other.
Yeah. So the other thing too, that power steering pump robs a ton of power, and that 5 liter does not have a lot of those horsey pow-pows. So I think this might work. We might make something a little more permanent, but I think for right now, we're gonna pull that power steering pump off there and see about
A hairdryer.
Hiroshima hairdryer. It's actually not Hiroshima. That's like Made in America Pro Charger. Yeah. All right. Anyway, more so, just wanted to kind of throw a little video together because I guarantee you there are more people out there that want to use. I know this is a very popular thing to use in like hot rods.
Awesome, and probably in a rock crawling situation where it's slower speed turning.
Yeah, absolutely.
It does make the pressure that a normal power steering system makes.
Right. Yeah.
It just has a volume issue, which is a speed. So.
And that I think you looked it up. You found some data somewhere that pump moves like 3 gallons a minute.
I think it's like 3.5 or 3.6.
I mean, it's moving pressure right now. We could probably just grab an empty. Yeah. There's not a gallon in there. I don't know. That's a different story.
I know that the Grand Cherokee pumps, out of all of the electric power steering pumps, the Volvo ones, the Charger ones, the Grand Cherokee moves the most volume and pressure. It's the strongest one, the 11 to 13.
So 11 to 13 Grand Cherokee. I think we got that thing from the wrecking yard for like,
I think it was $90.
Like $90. Yeah, and I asked them, make sure you cut the connectors off. We need the connectors. And then Nate, made some big bad connector wiring thingies for it. That CAN bus controller, you walked away. Oh, look at you! You already found it.
Reform Motorsports.
Reform Motorsports. It's $100.
So $200 total. For
I think
system.
Yeah, because that adapter chingus there was $100, wasn't it?
Yes.
Electric connecters. Hey, you can buy the connectors from them too.
Yes, you can.
Hey, there it is, $59.
Yep.
All right, so $160 plus shipping. So that's pretty close. A couple $100. And then we got that sweet little waterproof case from Harbor Freight. Battery not included. Yeah, I showed that earlier. But yeah, I don't know about drifting.
I would think it would work great in that application because a steering rack is a lot smaller diameter than that ram.
Yeah.
That's where a lot of people use this setup, is in drifting, because you can turn it on without having the car running and running a steering rack. I mean, it turns a Grand Cherokee steering rack.
Right. I guess just like in the scenario that I'm in, where it'll turn your Grand Cherokee going and getting groceries, but like when I throw this thing into a corner and need to does it have the flow?
It does that in the Grand Cherokee. I mean, in a regular stock application.
I think for drifting,
this is just way too big of a steering.
Yeah.
Like way too big of a rack and pinion, essentially.
Right. So yeah, $90 used wrecking yard 2011 to 2013 Grand Cherokee pump. $200 worth of electrical science, and it steers. I mean, it does work. So now let's see if we can
test.
Yeah, hook it up and try it. It'll definitely work for the rear steer, because we do not. That's actually the problem with the Explorer, is that the rear steer is way too fast. So if this setup would slow it down a little bit, and then also keep it consistent, yeah, because right now it's not consistent at all. I think this will work great for the rear steer of the Explorer.
Or any rear steer setup, really. Like that would be great for.
Yeah, you know what?
Because it's a whole self-contained system.
It is.
It can mount in the back.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for watching.